one thing is also that Linda and Scott had a Reform conversion. Kate had a Conservative conversion. I specifically wanted somebody who had not, when it wasn't exactly the same. So Kate, thank you so much for being willing to share.
Of course. Hello, my name is Kate. My Jewish journey sort of begins in college. But I'll go back further than that, because why not? I was raised Buddhist, and my mother was raised Catholic, and my dad was raised Episcopalian. So I was raised Buddhist by ex-Christians who were very anti-Christianity and anti-God-centric religion. So I was raised thinking, this whole God thing is crazy and stupid, and why do people believe that? And I really liked some aspects of Buddhism, but it didn't really work for me as fulfilling the spiritual need. And I eventually realized that what was missing was a sense of community, because I always felt so isolated whenever I was practicing. When I first started learning about Judaism, I was in college, and I was a religion major. And I became a religion major because I was kind of stuck with a slot to fill, and there was an early Jewish and Christian scriptures class. So I was like, okay, I'll take this. Why not? And it was amazing and fascinating, so I kept taking all the classes and learning all about the academic study of, I guess, the Old and New Testaments, pretty much. And it was fascinating, but I still, of course, never considered it as a religion, because that's one of those crazy God religions. Why would I do that? Fast forward a few years, I moved to Reno for grad school, and I was lacking community in a large way, because Reno was not the first choice of where I would move normally. But I became really involved with the queer group on campus. And the queer group was very, very tiny. And there were a few people in the queer group who were also in the Hillel, which is the college Jewish organization. So Hillel and queer group did almost everything together. So I also became very involved in the Jewish community there. And by getting to know a lot of the Jewish students who were involved and liked their Judaism and excited about it, I got to see what people enjoyed about it and what the good aspects of Judaism, what it had to offer for people who find something meaningful in it. And through those years, I started going to Shabbat dinners and helping to organize them. And when I moved to the Bay Area, once again, I was without community, and I was like, I hate this moving thing. And so I started looking around for Jewish communities, because I had really liked the Jewish community in Reno. So I went to a few different synagogues in the area, and the one that I found that really I went to services, and I felt like I didn't understand a word they were saying, but the melodies all made sense and made me feel at home, and I just really felt like I belonged there, was Netivot Shalom over in Berkeley. And so I would go to services every once in a while, met a few people, started getting to know people. Still never thought about converting. It was just, I like Jews. I'll go hang out with the Jews. Jews are cool. And I was in grad school for science at Berkeley. And since I could take any classes I wanted at UC Berkeley, I was like, oh, let me take an Intro to Judaism class too, because that makes sense with science. And so I just kept taking more and more Jewish classes, and at some point I realized, I think the turning point for me was that I realized I wanted to have Jewish kids, and I was definitely going to raise my kids Jewish, so I figured I should convert before worrying around having kids. It seemed the logical step. So I decided to talk to my rabbi about it, and I was a little concerned about the whole being gay thing, but not too concerned, because my congregation is pretty welcoming, and there's a lot of queer people. Nobody talks about it, but not because it's bad. It's just, it's who people are. What concerned me more was the whole not believing in God thing. That was more of a stumbling block in my mind, but it turned out not to be for all of the rabbis I've talked with and studied with. But so I started studying with my rabbi, Rabbi Creditor, and he was wonderful and fantastic, and ended up converting in 2009, I think, June of 2009. And it was great. It was really a wonderful experience. And I just, since then, have gotten more and more involved in the community at Netivot. And my wife and I, well, we didn't meet there, but we started dating while we were both attending services there. And it was kind of fantastic to be a part of a really joyous community in general, and start a relationship and get married within that community. And we had the day before our wedding, like where we go up and get a blessing, and everybody was singing and dancing in circles around us, and it was very embarrassing. It was fun. So it's been a really great experience for me. I think the most challenging part for me was telling my family about this whole weird Jewish thing, because my parents are like, really? What? Okay, I guess. And my mom, I skipped the part where I was raised Buddhist by like anti-Christian parents. I skipped the part where we celebrated Christmas and Easter growing up. Because my mom was raised Catholic and that's what you do. I didn't know those were religious holidays until I was in high school. So my mom was like, well, as long as you still come for Christmas, it's fine, I don't care. So I'm working on the slowly, I have to let her know that we're not going for Christmas this year, which will upset her, but that's okay. It's been good. My family's been really supportive. My grandmother, who is the very, very Catholic grandmother, is really, really happy about this whole Jewish thing because she's excited that I have found a tradition that I'm really involved with and love the way that she loves her Catholicism. And she sends me holiday cards. It's cute. Yeah, so this has been a really wonderful experience for me. And I just moved to Sacramento a couple of months ago, and I'm working on finding a Jewish community there. It's a little more challenging outside of the Bay Area. We went to the conservative shul there, and the first time we went, my wife and I walked in holding hands, and we said hi to somebody, and they ignored us. I don't know if they just didn't hear us, or if they just decided to ignore us. I don't know. But other people were friendly, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes in the new area. It's been great, and I hope other people can also find places that make it so joyful.
Thank you.